The divorce papers were still warm when she walked out of the courthouse. A stethoscope around her neck and victory in her smile. She had just become a doctor. Her dream fulfilled. Mine discarded. She didn't cry, didn't tremble. She didn't even look back when she said it. You held me back, Adam. I'm finally free. I remember the sunlight cutting through her hair, the reflection of her new badge in the glass doors as she left. My wife, my life's anchor, and the one who decided I was dead weight. I signed without a word, packed what was left of me into a single suitcase, and vanished. That was 3 years ago. When I first met her, she was a medical student who couldn't afford a sandwich, much less rent. I was working 2 jobs back then, nights at the loading dock, mornings fixing cars to pay for her textbooks. She called me her constant, her calm in the chaos. She'd study while I slept on the couch. I'd leave money in her bag for food she never ate. She was brilliant, fragile, and kind back then. Then the calls started coming later, the messages grew shorter, the excuses sharper. The hospital's keeping me late. It's just a study group. You wouldn't understand. I understood plenty. I just didn't say it. The day I found the message wasn't cinematic. No dramatic reveal. Just her phone lighting up beside me. A text preview that read, "He's still around. You promised you'd tell him after the boards." After that, every smile looked rehearsed. Every "I love you" had an echo. I didn't confront her. I watched. I took notes. I let her believe I was too dull to notice the distance. People make mistakes when they underestimate quiet men. When she passed her final exams, she hosted a party. Her colleagues toasted her success, her independence, her freedom. Someone joked about cutting loose the dead weight. She laughed the loudest. That night, she filed for divorce. And that night, I started planning. First, I withdrew quietly, sold the house, and liquidated assets she had assumed I'd leave untouched. She had spent years funneling her earnings into a joint account I managed, saying she trusted me with the finances while she focused on school. She never checked the details. Every dollar I had earned went into separate trusts, under names she didn't recognize, in accounts she'd never trace. By the time she realized I had disappeared, I had erased every digital footprint connecting us. No address, no social media, not even a tax record. Dead weight, indeed. For 3 years, I built a quiet life under another name. Remote work, a cabin by a lake, peace for the first time. Then, 2 months ago, she found me. It started with a missed call from an unknown number. Then another. Then 200. Then the messages. Adam, please. I need to talk. It's important. I made a mistake. She had tracked me through hospital records. Apparently, I was still listed as her emergency contact, something she had forgotten to change. Curious, I finally called back. She sounded smaller, more fragile. The arrogance was gone. I almost didn't recognize her voice. I need your help, she said. Please. It's about the hospital. I let her talk. Turns out she had been caught in a malpractice investigation. Prescriptions had been signed under her name, but not by her. Someone on the inside was framing her. She needed someone she could trust. And somehow, in her desperation, she thought of me. I agreed to meet. The cafe was empty when she arrived. Same sharp features, same controlled smile. But her eyes, those had changed. They were scared now. You look good, she said, trying to sound casual. You look tired, I replied. I listened as she explained everything. The stolen credentials, the mounting debt, the disciplinary hearing. She was one bad report away from losing her license. Then she asked if I still had access to the joint account we had once shared, the one she thought was dormant. I smiled slowly. You mean the account where I deposited your bonuses? The one I managed while you studied? Her breath hitched. Yes, that one. I leaned back. That account doesn't exist anymore. Confusion, then realization, then fear crossed her face. You moved the money. I did, I said. 3 years ago. She tried to recover, to play kind. Adam, please. I just need help. I'm drowning. I met her gaze, calm and steady. I was drowning once, too. You celebrated it. Her face went pale. She reached out, fingers trembling. You don't understand. This could ruin me. I stood. It already has. I left her there at the same cafe where I had once waited hours for her between shifts, holding coffee gone cold, believing in her dreams. Outside, the rain began to fall. I didn't look back. A week later, her medical license was suspended. Fraud, misconduct, missing funds. I hadn't lifted a finger. I didn't need to. Her arrogance had made enemies long before I returned. Justice has a way of catching up when you stop chasing it.